Vision. The Blood Bowl channel is happy to bring you this match, which, if it lives up to expectations, should be a real humdinger, shouldn't it, Jim?
Hi, Bob. Hi, everyone. My answer would be like every Blood Bowl match. Blood, sweat, tears, a bull, apothecaries on standby. What more can you ask for?
There's little or no way out for this team. The players are going to have to play out of their skins just to stand still. The most famous Skaven player of all time? No doubt Tarsh Surehands.
He had 2 heads and 4 arms.
Oh, he was a great player, but he died during a match.
Yes, his 2 heads had a violent argument and he strangled himself to death.
Three, two, one, basta!
Today's insight comes from Jaime Schnivel, coach and owner of the Goblin Lowdown Rats team. In yesterday's Spike magazine, he said that Blood Bowl was like war. No winners, just survivors.
Oh, that's deep. About as deep as his team's position in the rankings. Oh, brilliant sidekick to the face. Let's see that again in slow motion. Ouch! Oh, he's knocked him senseless.
You're assuming, then, that he had something between his ears to begin with. Did you know that vampire teams have experimented with using vials and flasks to satisfy the need for blood on the pitch? But it has always ended in failure, as there is always a block or tackle that sends the container crashing to the ground.
That's right, Jim. I remember back in 2481 when the Gregan Counts faced off against the Dark Forest Iron Hoover. The match was abandoned when the Minotaurs and the Vampires spent the entire second half trying to drink the blood that was spilt over the pitch.
Oh, I remember that match well, Bob.
That's why they started to field thralls instead. Living containers. I've heard of teams that have simply disappeared after being abandoned by their supporters.
Let's say that some teams who haven't won a match for several years have been tied up by their fans and thrown into rubbish containers.
It's the only way to end a downward spiral. Poetry in motion.
What we'd like to see
More often. There was a time when the colleges of magic hadn't yet ruled on limiting wizard assistance to teams.
Who could forget the infamous 2472 Quagmire incident, when rampant spellcasting caused the entire Bright Crusaders Stadium to sink into the earth?
Nobody could forget that. People were blinded for miles around the stadium.
Well, that's one with a good reason to go see the apothecary.
Yep, looks like he's gonna need a good one.
As soon as he throws his first punch.
We know the opponent will be out for lunch. all vampire teams do suck.
Blood, of course. Hey, Bob.
Yeah, Jim, we can agree that they are not the greatest teams out there.
Well, Bob, they do have a huge disadvantage. I mean, all that blood-sucking and all.
Yep, upside down. That's one way to look at things. I don't even think that his opponent made a move. Ball taken with consummate ease.
He's very good with the ball, I mean. Nice left punch, right on the nose.
Sure was, Jim. It's broken now.
Blood Bowl is reputedly the toughest of all sports.
So they say. But it really only comes down to taking a few hits. It will be just a small step for the player, but a giant leap for the team.
It seems this player does all the talking with the fists.
And they clearly know how to get heard.
Did you hear about the Evil Gits? The team that is made up of a mix of evil players?
Their fans won the Most Evil Supporters of the Year award. Fully merited from what I've seen.
You know Head Splitter?
Of course I know him.
Well, he said he's going to be less violent.
I'll believe that when I see it.
Yeah, he said he'll finish off his opponents far quicker.
The sport is going to the dogs.
I've seen some amazing stats for a young, up-and-coming Skaven player. Never misses a pass, apparently.
Yeah, I've watched him play. But when you've got 8 arms... And we're off! Great pass and touch!
He didn't tremble.
You think he'll be able to get up after that blow, Jim?
Oh, yes. He's not the sort to stay down. Time for some high-quality Blood Bowl gameplay.
If you call fondling thralls and neck-biting as high-quality gameplay, then yes. But not all of us are into that sort of thing, Jim.
Oh, really, Bob? As if propelling snotlings downfield is any different.
Yeah, Jim. Sure is different to me. More blood on the pitch to start with.
That's right, Bob. That face job is a lot cheaper than a plastic surgeon.
I don't know if he planned it, but it won't do him any harm in the looks department.
vampires! At last! A team with class!
Not that you're biased, being a vampire and all.
Not at all!
I think he's singing him a lullaby.
When he comes round, he'll be seeing double.
If he comes round.
Finally, there's one that lets his biceps do the talking.
Yeah, but from his opponent's point of view, it was a short conversation. Do you know where the sewer runners get their name from? The only defeat of the All-Stars, who were winning 6-0 at halftime. While his teammates were getting pounded, a certain Kuitha decided to abandon the pitch and went into the sewers below the stadium. He came up in the opposition end zone.
I remember it well. He did it 7 times to score 7 touchdowns. But whether he survives that injury or not, the team's insurance premium will be rocketing. You can't say much about that.
Full-blooded, but perfectly legal.
The referees guild has decided to hire a bodyguard for each game.
Another brilliant idea. And just how effective will one bodyguard be against a stadium full of supporters?
True, could be a bit one-sided. Ouch! That punch knocked his teeth down his throat.
Yes, Jim, that's never a nice sight.
Somebody had better stuff some smelling salts under his nose.
But that won't do any good. He'll need extract of Nurgle to put him back on his feet. Wizards have not always been able to cast spells safely from behind the sidelines. Were you playing at the time in an Albion League, a second division that prohibited spellcasting from off the pitch?
Oh, yes. They were great times. I remember fans traveling to games just to see how well Wizards stood up to the mad charge of a raving Blood Bowl star. The noise created by a sizzling fireball, followed by the characteristic sound of the snapping of a wizard's neck.
That right hook was worthy of a black orc.
You're telling me it'll take a while to get over it. The attack can get their game going again. It's amazing how the Skaven are such good runners.
It stands to reason. The slow ones get eaten in the junior leagues. And don't forget, children, don't try and do this at home. Remember, these are seasoned professionals.
Well, one of them is anyway.
No way he's gonna score a touchdown, laid out on the pitch like that. He checked that move.
Made him look stupid to me. Without his armor, that player could have been hurt.
But it hurts, I can hear the scream.
Blood Bowl annals are littered with stories of teams who've gone bust with crippling debts.
And with the cost of doping and bribery on the rise, the problem won't be going away. Just look at the fans. They're red hot. A majority of supporters reckon that the league should take measures to prevent the small minority of peaceful fans from watching a match from the terraces.
They've got a point. If they don't want to join in the fun, they might as well stay home and watch it on cable vision.
Now there's one that won't be coming back in a hurry. And then pow! Right in the face!
Just look at the way his feet and hands are twitching.
The punch is still echoing round his body! Great control!
Yes!
Could be an important pass.
Every now and again, Blood Bowl throws up a real mixed bag.
Like the motley horde is made up of a bunch of misfits.
Yeah, can't be easy to coach those cast-offs every day of the week. That's what happens when a pro crosses an amateur.
Yes, splotch. We really like that uppercut.
May not have liked it, but he certainly ate it.
Jim, I have a question for you. Which team was crowned the worst team ever in the Spike magazine?
The Streisand Vampires.
That's right, Jim, and they all got stinked by their fans.
That's all true, Bob, but they re-emerged last year with a new vampire lord, Dracul von Streisand, and they were quickly voted rookie team to watch. This pair was really strong. Do you think they have some troll blood in them?
Could be. Or maybe his opponent shouldn't speak that way about the family.
doping is really endemic in this sport.
Isn't it written into the game rules?
Charge!
Don't hit me, don't hit me.
Oops, I'm sorry. That's an old reflex on hearing the starting whistle. What violence!
Yes! It's a great spectacle, Bob. I bet that hurt. Good job his nose got in the way.
Yeah, otherwise he'd have got it full in the face.
Wow! I can tell you straight, that hurts. Look over there. Some cute little elf beauties are selling Big Moot sandwiches in the stand.
Hey, I'm off to get one. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
And so now you like Big Moot sandwiches?
No way! A little elf? Yeah. It was with a catch like that one, Jim, that I won the Chaos Cup.
That doesn't make us feel any younger, Bob.
Boom! That player goes directly to the dugout.
Well, at least it's not the morgue.
A perfect utsuri goshi.
Well, what's that when it's at home?
In layman's term, a stab on the skull. That's the first half over.
Not soon enough for some players, eh, Bob?